Hi, I'm Moosejaw Matt. Welcome to Nature and Science for Kids. In this episode, I want to share a camping story I had. Every now and then, I like to go solo backpacking. That means I go by myself. It's not something I recommend very often, but it is very relaxing. I had it in mind at the time that I wanted to go backpacking in the snow. I don't know what I was thinking because while I like all four seasons, I don't really like to be cold. Anyhow, there I was, hiking up to my local backpacking spot. I had recently purchased a sleeping bag I needed to try out, so I was eager to see how it would perform in 20-degree weather. That's 20 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. By the way, when I got home, I found out that I had misread the label and the sleeping bag was not nearly as warm as I expected. So I remember waking up cold, surprisingly. I thought my bag would keep me warm enough with all my clothing layers on, especially being in a double-wall tent. Double-wall tent means it has 2 layers for the tent. It doesn't actually have a real wall, even though I like to pretend it does when I hear bears, coyotes, or scary leaves falling from trees. My usually cold hands were even colder than normal, so I was eager to get off the mountain. I started out early, packing up in the freezing cold with my headlamp switched on full mode to make sure I didn't miss anything. A headlamp is one of mankind's greatest inventions. It's a light, usually made of LEDs, that you can strap to your head so you can use both hands whilst still being able to see what you're doing. I use mine almost every day to read my Bible without waking up my family. After packing up hastily and making sure I didn't leave anything on the ground, I started hiking down the mountain. In the dark. Cold. Alone. Did I say it was dark? My breath puffed into the cold air. Even though it was cold, I felt free and alive. I felt connected to nature and most of all to God. Partway down the mountain, I saw a set of glowing eyes reflecting my headlamp. The eyes were large and set about 6 inches apart. They looked at me. I could have felt afraid, and a part of me was, but a part of me was curious what the animal was and what would happen if I stepped toward it. I chose to be brave, or rash, sometimes it's hard to tell. I decided to take a step toward the creature. I breathed. I stepped off the trail. Frozen leaves crunched beneath my feet. The animal stood up. Whatever the creature was, its eyes were just a little lower than mine. We stared at each other. I took another step and heard the crunch of leaves again beneath my feet. Do you think you know what animal it was? If you have a guess, share it on Facebook. Then wait in suspense to find out what the animal is on our next episode. I'm Moosejaw Matt. Until next time, keep exploring your world.